Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. In today's video we'll be doing an unboxing and review of the Eufy Robovac 11s. If you're thinking about purchasing one of these guys for yourself and you want to know whether it's worth the money, keep watching to the end of the video and hopefully this will make you decide. The Robovac packaging is very simple and it outlines some of its top features. When you first open the box, you'll find the protective cardboard with the Eufy logo. A welcome kit is included, which contains a user guide and some warranty information. The Robovac model number is T2108. You also get some cable ties to tidy up any loose cables around the house. You've got the power adapter. You also get a set of spare brushes. There is a total of 4. That is 2 that I have already installed on the Robovac and 2 spares. This is the remote control. As the Robovac is not a smart vacuum cleaner, it is the main way to operate the Robovac itself, so make sure you don't lose it. On the back of the remote, you will find an explanation of all the different cleaning modes, and that comes in handy so you don't have to look for the user manual all the time. You also get a cleaning tool which is used for removing dust or cutting out any hairs that may get tangled in the main brush of the vacuum cleaner. There is also a spare filter in addition to the one that is already pre-installed. This is the charging dock. The power adapter plugs into the charging dock and setup is pretty straightforward. On the back of the charging dock you will see a sticker which shows you that you need to have a clearance of 1 meter on each side and about 2 meters in front of the charging dock, so that way the Robovac can get to the charging base without any problems. This is the main brush of the Robovac. The Robovac has 2 large wheels so it can easily navigate around the house. You have 2 side brushes which sweep the dust or dirt into the vacuum opening. And you've got a 360-degree wheel for easy navigation. The 2 metal plates that you see on the front of the Robovac are used for charging. You've also got the Eufy technical support email on the base of the Robovac in case you have any questions or need help with troubleshooting. This is the main on and off switch on the bottom of the Robovac. If you are packing the Robovac away, you should turn it off from the switch first, just to make sure it doesn't accidentally turn on and get damaged. Before using the Robovac, you will need to remove the green sticker, which is a bit of a pain in the butt because it leaves a huge amount of adhesive residue and it's not easy to clean with any general household items. I really wish they had used a sticker that was easier to remove and did not leave any sticky residue. Some of the questions that you guys might have are, is it a smart vacuum cleaner? And the answer is technically no. It's not a smart vacuum cleaner because it is not connected to Wi-Fi and it is not controlled by an app on the phone, but rather through a remote control. However, it is smart in a way because it knows when to avoid certain large objects as well as stairs, and it also knows when to return to its base when it needs to be charged. Eufy do make some Robovacs that are classified as smart Robovacs, but unfortunately those were not available for purchase in Australia, so that's why I ended up purchasing the Robovac 11s. Is the Robovac easy to clean? The answer is yes. It has a large dust tray, so you only need to empty it maybe once a week. the wheels occasionally need to have a clean because they do collect a little bit of dust, but that's easy enough to do with the supplied brush that you get in the box. Now, if you're watching this video, you might be wondering, is the Eufy Robovac good enough to replace your standard vacuum cleaner? And the answer is yes and no. It all depends on the type of floors that you have in your house. From personal experience, I find that it performs better on hard surfaces such as tiles or wood, but it does occasionally struggle on carpeted surfaces and it leaves some particles, especially in hard to reach areas or corners. Does the battery last long enough to clean the whole house? Well, it depends on how big your house is. For example, I have enough battery usually to clean the main area of the apartment, and that's the living room, dining, kitchen and hallways. And if I try and clean the bedrooms straight after that, I won't have enough battery power. The battery power is approximately 100 minutes runtime, but it also depends on the power of the suction of the vacuum cleaner. If it's set to a higher suction, it will use more power and so on. What I usually do is I clean different rooms on different days. That way I don't have to be constantly waiting for the Robovac to charge itself up. How does the Eufy Robovac perform with obstacles? It's usually pretty good. It has sensors on the front of the Robovac and that helps it not bump into things, and it also has large wheels to allow it to move between different levels, whether you have a carpeted or a tile area. Because the Eufy Robovac cannot differentiate between cables and dirt on the floor, Eufy do recommend removing any cables, and that's why they provide you with a few cable ties in the box so you can tidy them up. If you do leave cables on the floor, the Eufy Robovac can potentially get caught in them and may damage itself or the cables. Another thing to be careful of is if you have curtains or drapes or even blinds that go all the way from ceiling to the floor, you might want to lift them up or tie them so that way the Eufy Robovac doesn't get caught and damage them. Now, to recap some of the pros or positives of the Robovac, the Eufy Robovac has a very slim profile, so that allows it to get into hard to reach places such as underneath the bed or underneath the couch. It has a large dust tray, so that saves you emptying the tray every day. It has approximately 100 minutes runtime on battery depending on the level of power that you're using. It also has built-in drop sensing technology to help it avoid falling down stairs and off ledges. One of the negatives of the Eufy Robovac is that it occasionally misses small particles on the carpet, but after using the Robovac for a few months, that is really the only negative that I can come up with. In general, the Eufy Robovac 11s is a great product at a fantastic price. And no, this video is not sponsored in any way. Yes, the Eufy Robovac may not be a smart vacuum cleaner, and it may not have some of the features that the more expensive brands have like Roomba, LG or Samsung, but I don't think it's trying to compete with those products or brands. In fact, by having a smaller price point, it becomes more appealing to more households, and it is definitely worth the price. I purchased mine for 299 Australian dollars from Kogan, and I think some of the more expensive brands like the Roomba, LG or Samsung go into the $1,000 mark, depending on the features. And that's all for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Until next time. Because the ruby